Hey, what's up guys? So we got a few new cards to go over, and this one is not one of them, but it was a picture circulating around a lot of different Yu-Gi-Oh forums and stuff, but this is not a new Mermail card. It's actually an older card called Arm-C Hunter. It's completely irrelevant. You don't even want to read the effect. It's not good, trust me. But anyways, there's also this article that came out talking about how there's going to be perks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, at the moment, apparently it's just going to be in Duel Links, which is actually pretty crazy. If you guys don't know what perks are, it's kind of like in a game where you get to equip certain special abilities, and you can only like pick so many, but there are some that I want to go over because this is pretty big, because if a lot of people like it, I could see Konami saying, hey, let's implement it into the actual game. Obviously, if there's like physical cards, it'll just improve sales anyways, because people are going to have to own them, but we got a few new cards to check out. Again, this one is not a new Mermail card. A lot of websites were posting this, and then some of them removed it, but this is not a new Mermail card, guys. It looked like it, though, but it's actually Arm-C Hunter, like I mentioned before. But anyways, some actual new cards. First off, a new Dragon Union monster. Interesting to see, we're getting Union support. Anyways, next up, it is named Conjoined Bird Rin. So anyways, it is a Dark Dragon Union, and it's got level 3, 1500 attack, 0 defense. The first effect reads, once per turn you can activate one of these effects. Target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to that target, or you get to unequip this card and special summon it. And then it says, if a monster equipped with this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card. The second effect says, the original attack of a monster equipped with this card becomes 1,000. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. Now, what's interesting with this, and unfortunate though, is you have to target face-up monster you control. Because if you target your opponent's thing and just be like, oh, your monster only has 1,000 attack, that would have been kind of cool, but it doesn't have that ability. And also, it should be both of these effects. Like, it'd be really cool if you can target the monster you have, and then equip this to it, and then special summon it, kind of like how the Dragoonides do that. That would have been really cool. Then you could go straight into Link summons, but you can only activate one of them. So I don't really know where this is going, other than I guess it's a hint that there's going to be more Union support. If you guys don't know what Unions are, they're monsters where basically you equip them to another monster and they gain some type of bonus effect. And usually you can special summon them from the monster or spell and trap zone because they're equipped to it, and then they go back to the monster. I don't know if it's viable, but hey, we're getting some support for it. Who knows? The artwork is cool, but I just don't think it's that viable, at least just by itself. I mean, if you guys know of any combos where changing their attack to 1,000 and making it attack twice is good, hey, let me know. Wataza the Zapper? Or something weird like that. I don't know, Arm Samurai Benkei. Maybe we can figure out something cheesy with this to have some fun with it, but anyways, next up though, we have a new really good Roid card. Now this card has a lot of potential, but anyways, it's a new Roid trap card called Red Roid Call. So it's a counter trap card that says you can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. The first effect is when a monster, effect, or spell trap card is activated, if you control a Roid monster, negate the activation. If you do, the player activating that card sends all cards with the same name as that card from their deck and extra deck to the graveyard. And the second effect says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Roid monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So basically, in a nutshell, it's a really good card, and I mean, this card effect is already good enough. If you control Roid, just can negate everything, but then you can banish it and add any Roid monster. So hey, the Speed Roid Terror Top, there you go. But nonetheless, it looks like in the picture we see some of the older Roids. I'm not sure if we're going to get upgraded versions of them. It would be kind of cool because, again, the older Roids, they're not really that great, as you guys know. So if they get any more support, like this card already makes the deck from like, it's got a little bit of potential, like, oh my gosh, if we get one or two more cards, this deck is now going to be meta because negating anything pretty good, and then on top of that, you're going to search any Roid. That's good. Anyways, next up, like I mentioned before about the perks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, it says that they were confused about it being in real life. I mean, again, if it gets popular enough and, you know, they make physical versions of them, I mean, who knows? But nonetheless, they have different abilities. So basically, guys, what it would be like a special ability that you have before the game like starts. You would pick one, or it said like something about rolling dice. But anyways, before you, it says right here, what it said, you should choose one of the skills in the guide before you do it, either by agreeing to what skills to use or by rolling a dice to randomly choose. I think obviously it'd be better to choose what you want as far as the perks go. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty big because I was talking about this a long time ago. I was like, what if Yu-Gi-Oh! Added perks? And it looks like they're going to do that, but But again, this is Duel Links right now. It might not ever come out. But let's go just check it out just for funsies. But anyways, so with the power of Dark, they suggest placing Yami on the field before the duel begins, or making a note you have Yami. So basically, this, I believe Yami is like a field spell, but I think it increases the attack of like something by like 200 or 300. It's mediocre, but that would be kind of cool to be like, before the duel starts, you could just place your field spell. That could be pretty crazy. I usually go Seal or Calco, so then there you go. And then say for Sorcery Conduct, the recommendation is taking all of your spellcaster type monsters from your deck, place them face down for your opponent, to then let your opponent randomly choose one. So I guess I'm guessing you get that one, not like your opponent gets it. But anyways, for Destiny Draw, they basically state instead of conducting your normal draw, add whichever card you want, but note, not let to your opponent see. So before, I guess, you conduct your normal draw, you just gotta search whatever you want. I think that this would be the most OP, because like, why would you want to, I mean, technically this card gives you like, you know, an advantage of like a +1, but this card, it guarantees you any card, which like, to me, like, that's a no-brainer. I think that most people in this day and age, oh, let's make this a conversation now. Okay, actually, let me go over all of them first before you guys all say Destiny Draw, because I'm going to see the comments. I'm going to be Destiny Draw. If you're dumb if you don't pick anything else. Hold on. Let's get to all of them. Anyways, so for the Kaiba, they have these skills. For peak performance, they suggest the same thing as Power of Dark. I'm guessing that this is this is the same one. So it's like you're going to add a specific like field spell. And then for Beatdown, it operates normally. I don't understand why you would have something that doesn't do anything. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, it's probably just a translation issue. For Heavy Starter, they suggest doing the same thing as Sorcery Conduct, but before this duel starts, the card is chosen, formed in your beginning hand. So instead of just adding it to your hand, instead of your normal draw, the card, it forms your beginning hand, which I guess means you draw into it like as one of the 5 cards. I don't know. Again, keep in mind, guys, these are just like early prints of it. So again, perhaps translation, because why would this do nothing? Why would it beat down unless this just like destroys your opponent's other perk? Like your opponent has a perk. Oh, okay, the duel's normal. Okay, I guess I could see that. But then that like ruins the idea of having it. But whatever. Anyways, I mean, actually no, that's actually not a bad idea, because the people that complain about it could just run that, and then they could just be, who cares? The game is still the same. Anyways, the first one is called Restart. Is obviously just more or less a mulligan in your hand. From what I understand, mulligan in a game is where like you have 5 cards, you shuffle all 5 of the cards back, and then you draw 4 cards. So you go -1, but you get to reset your hand. And then this other one says no need for life point boost, so maybe like your opponent can't heal, like neither player can heal life points. I don't know exactly. Again, keep in mind these just came out. But anyways, for Draw Sense, it works just like Heavy Starter and Sorcerer Conduct. Place all your spells and traps in your deck face down and let your opponent choose one. That seems like that's gonna take way too long. Yeah, I think that just takes way too long. But I'm thinking, like, what if you only play like 1 spell or only 1 trap? You just get to choose what you want. But again, why would you choose like any of these when you could just choose whatever card? And so these aren't official for tournament play. Okay, they're not added to the physical card game. Okay, blah blah blah. But I think it's a cool idea. I want to know, you guys, that Konami finally acknowledged the idea of perks in the game, and I guess they're including it in the Duel Links. Would you guys like this, or do you guys think it's dumb? Like, obviously, this card, the Destiny Draw, is the best. Like, I don't think anyone would disagree with you on that, with the exception of maybe a deck that really needs a field spell card. I mean, heck, if you think about it, like, certain decks that just get their field spell, they can shut down other decks, like, immediately. So, I don't know. But, again, keep in mind, if you're activating that 1 card that can go for anything, and you go first, and then your opponent is like, oh, instead of conducting my normal draw, I'm just going to choose, you know, Twin Twisters, Galaxy Cyclone, any card to get rid of that trump card that you went for. But I don't know, it's a cool idea. I like it. All right, and like I said, I don't know what the beatdown is, but this will be, I really think they should add this, because the people that don't like the whole perk system can still just be like, hey, you know what, that's fine by me, because I don't like this system, so I'm gonna make it so neither of us have that system. Because, you know, with the whole link summons, it's kind of forced upon us players. But I like that idea. But if you guys know the actual translation for beatdown, I don't know if that is the translation of it, as in like you both just do nothing. But I think that they really need to balance out some things. I think one excellent perk, and we were talking about this a while back, where it was like one of the perks could be like you can increase your extra deck to a certain number, and one of them was you could not get FTK'd or something like that. Like those are really good. Like you know, increasing the extra deck by maybe like 1 or 2 cards, that would be a cool perk. And then you know, if you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them, because I think this is a cool idea. Perks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami, make it happen. Not only in Duel Links, but I want it in the real game. But like I said, it's just for Duel Links, just a heads up. But maybe they'll include it next year. I don't know. You guys know that the Link Summons completely changed the games. We now have 2 field spells. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this in the future. But anyways, if you guys want to check out all links, I'll link them down below. But let me know, guys, what you think of the new cards. I feel like, I don't know the combo with this, but if you guys can figure out, let me know. I'll try to get some live footage maybe this weekend on my live stream. I was thinking like Arm Samurai Benkei, because like as many equips as he has, he can attack like that many times. And even though his original attack becomes 1,000, like his original attack is terrible anyways. Other than Arm Samurai Benkei, I don't know how to use this card, but we'll see how it goes, boys. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give a like button, a slap a Reno, and hit that subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.